Okay, I think it's about time. Just got all my socials set up and ready to go, and I'm not entirely sure where the latency is coming from. But hello everyone, I'm back once again with more Cursed Trains from Train of Thought's Discord. Of course, links as always will be in the description down below. Hello, CP Rail, welcome to the stream. But yeah, you'll find Train of Thought's YouTube channel, his Twitter, and his Discord in the description down below. Go check those out. Go submit your own Cursed Trains. The Discord can always benefit from it. Yeah, we got 13 days left until Christmas, and it's Friday the 13th. Oh no! But anyway, I made sure I pulled out all the stops to make sure that everything was working properly, because lately that has been a bit of an issue. But I think everything is working according to plan, as far as I can tell. Oh, no, not quite yet. Though it would be interesting if there was a Christmas movie for, for Jason. Was it Jason? I forget. Like for Gore. This is what I get for not being into horror movies and not spending as much time as I could have watching them growing up or growing old. I got a lot of stuff to update y'all on. But... oh, right, because it's the beginning of the stream, I have taken the liberty of taking suggestions first and foremost before we dive straight into it. And of course, the first question on everybody's mind is the GP20C, which, to be honest, I don't think it's any different from any other GP. Let's see, GP20C. The GP20C Eco, a 2,000 horsepower BB diesel electric locomotive built by EMD, similar to the EMD GP22 Eco and the GP20C Eco. I'm sorry. Similar to the GP22 Eco and the GP20C... wait. Ugh. Although similar to the EMD GP22 Eco, the GP20C Eco follows Canadian Pacific's request for crashworthiness in EPA emission standards, with the C in the designation denoting crashworthiness of the cab, frame, and fuel tank. Which, you know, that's a fair point. Looks pretty normal to me. The back is a little lacking, but looks perfectly fine to me. Build date, 2013. Let's see. Use just enough rebuild components to designate them as a rebuild. New frame, fuel tank, long hood, cab, with Canadian Pacific providing the truck's alternator from GP9's. Rebuild and reuse the locomotives. Units resemble the GP60's long hood and feature a snoot nose, which set the cab back slightly on the frame to make room for the additional length. But yeah, it looks like it's a bunch of stuff. Gotta thank the wiki for updating me on that. Any other suggestions, anybody? Any questions, comments, anything? Because if nobody has any other questions or whatnot, then we'll just jump right in. Because this is where we left off with Steamman 60K 103 and this locomotive crashing into a tobacco kiosk. Oh, sorry. Oh, so what were the updates I wanted to mention? Okay, so we're having people... oh, from TK. I know this is Photoshop, but it looks goofy. I think we accidentally saw this. I don't know. Last week. But yeah, that is goofy in every sense of the word. I don't even think it has pantographs, even though it needs them. That's beside the point. I wanted to say that there were some things that needed to be taken care of in preparation for some folks to replace the windows. The exterior of the windows to my house have been fixed up. They just need some extra coats of paint. But unfortunately, the inside of the house needs to be remodeled when it comes to the windows because there's the outside portion and the inside portion. And apparently they couldn't do it all from the outside, so they have to do the rest of the work on the inside. And I don't want anybody in my gosh darn room because that would be an obsessive compulsive nightmare. So I did everything I could to move the furniture, but apparently it's not enough because the math ain't mathin' and the dimensions of my furniture are way bigger than I calculated them to be. But I think that is neither here nor there. I do have a strange feeling, though, I may have to refresh the page. So I'll just make sure that I didn't miss anything. Go back to live chat. Yeah, it doesn't look like I missed anything. I was worried for a sec. Now then, the Denver and Rio Grande Union Pacific Big Boy rounds the bend. Let's take a closer look at this. YouTube Shorts. Let's bounce over to... I think we've seen this before, but I don't think we've actually witnessed it in action. And it is a little loud. Let me turn that down a bit. Look how it just bends on the turn. But yeah, that is a short train, very big locomotive. I'd like to know the context, but obviously I will not. But yeah, if that's not cursed, then I don't know what is. Steamman 60K at it again. Traffic will be delayed for about 4 hours. I think it's going to be delayed for more than that. True. I do recall something to that effect being the case, that the Union Pacific got bought out by Rio Grande or something. Oh. Ooh, what is this goober? Very poor resolution. About as many pixels as there are functioning neurons and synapses in my brain. But that is definitely cursed, and it's also a funny funnel, which means we have to spin the wheel! Well, that was quick. Yeah? Furry mode activate! So, let's just warp back over here. Grab the hat. Rotate this a little bit. Plonk this back down. Okay, I think I can handle this. And I'm back. So yeah, we've spun the wheel of punishment. I'm now a furry. Oh, I would not be surprised, though it's only the 13th of December. I thought they'd have it a little closer to the holidays, as in Christmas and maybe Kwanzaa, and the fall, the New Year as well. But what would I know? Yield Sea Witch, aka USS Salem, with the Fallout 2 diesel locomotive. But for some reason it says flat out. And I'm not gonna lie, something about this just feels fundamentally wrong. Like, I don't even know where to begin to describe what's going on here. Because normally, there'd be fins back here. And a radiator for cooling placed at the top. With rotor blades and stuff. And the safety cab would be not this long. But this looks like the chop shop job with two different locomotives, and I don't like it. I absolutely hate it. Jackless, my beloved. In mines starting in the 1860s, narrow gauge toilet mine carts were introduced. Here are some of them. Would you all acquire these? If so, for what reason? And if so, which one? There is also a funny story in these. The myth persists in Bisbee from back in the days of the carbide lamps. A miner was sitting in the toilet car smoking while doing his business, and he decided to change the carbide in his lamp. In doing so, he emptied the spent carbide on the other side of the car. After he was finished, he threw his cigarette after. This ignited the acetylene gas generated by the car, exploding everything and knocking the car and covering him in, well... Ooh, that's good. I'm surprised that wasn't suggested earlier, but we'll take care of it. But yeah, the Poo-Choo train. I absolutely hate this one. This looks disgusting. Hard to tell that was actually for being used in the restroom. Let's get a closer look at that. Like, oh boy. Hardly any accommodations whatsoever. It looks more like a stove. More than just a minecart moments from Minecraft. Here it is from a... I'm assuming it's a different one, if not the same one. All joints are watertight. Well, I would think, or hope so. And here it is again. Okay, so... I don't know, that is something about that is just wrong. There's no privacy. I swear I gotta complain to the union about that one. Anyway, Butts McGee, here's a picture of the Great Western Railway's first pannier. It remains the only one of its class because it was rubbish. From the rail archive. And it is a 440 tank engine, pannier tank engine, with outside frames. This is disgusting. I don't know what this is. I just know it's just absolutely... Oh, the CSAR Class M number 995 to 96 rack locomotives built by the Vulcan Foundry from 42 to 43. Oh, numbered 1942 and 43 in 1906. They were not a success and the rack drives were removed and then used for shunting. In 1910, they were renumbered 995 and 996, but were scrapped in 1912. And that's from Franz the Fox Demon, whose name I don't remember on YouTube. But yeah, this is just all sorts of weird. Is this a funny funnel? Because we got the steam venting out here from the pistons, I assume, which are at an angle for some reason. I don't know why. Not just at an angle this way, but also laterally from the boiler. Usually it's parallel, but here it's crossing over at a weird angle. And we got headlamps in the front and the back. But yeah, this is a lot to unpack here. I have so many questions. But yeah, just type 1 for yes, type 2 for no, as to whether or not that counts as a funny funnel. Let's see, Carter 100K. Odd, he says. Yeah, kinda odd. But yeah, there's abandoned railroads in just about every country. And yeah, this definitely counts as a funny funnel if I've ever seen one. It's got 2 boilers with 2 smokestacks. I don't know how you fuel this kind of thing. So, and we're also going to get a closer look at that. And yeah, this looks like a woodcut. Or like a penciled out image using charcoal. Excuse me. Had to clear my throat there. Okay. It's time to spin the wheel. Go to jail! May. Just absolutely just May. Run. Let's mark that as done. Yeah. Just gotta swap out for the jail. Remove the jar. Okay. Moving on. Stop motion smoke box. This guy agrees. For why it's odd. And it is kind of odd. It is a broad gauge locomotive, I think. But that's a story for another day. Adante. What do you got? Oh. Optimus Prime, no. Hey, Jess Keith, welcome to the stream. It's Optimus Prime as a Canadian Pacific GP logo. Like, what the actual... And then we can check this over here. And this is also a Canadian Pacific. But this one's a mogul. I'm sorry, it's a 10-wheeler. Let's take a closer look at that atrocity. Not gonna lie, it's cool, but... This is blurst. Like... I don't know how you go from the drive wheels being all the way out here and then retracting them back to here and the pilot wheels being here. I don't know. There's just so much on my mind as to how this is supposed to work in terms of its assembly and disassembly. I'm not even sure if it's Photoshop or not. Or if it's CG or something else. Definitely not AI, that's for sure. Copy, paste. A lot of Union Pacific cabooses lined up awaiting their end. Oh man, this is so sad. Home device, play Despacito. Taken from the donstracksmugsmug.com. I feel like we've seen this image before, not gonna lie. And this one too. Just a whole line of Union Pacific cabooses being sent to their untimely demise. Checklist added again. These baggage car cabooses and box car cabooses. There are many of them. They're very weird. And they found a new cabbage caboose. Oh, I've never seen that before. I've seen my fair share of combine cars, drover cabooses, regular cabooses. Never have I seen a baggage car fused with a caboose like this. And that's saying a lot, considering drovers are very iconic. Alright, what's up with this? From Franz the Fox Demon, added again. On the Immigration Canyon Railroad from 1907 to 17. An electrified railway in Utah. Over the old Mormon Trail. Oh boy. And here's the trail. We got quite a few switchbacks up over here. If we can get a closer look. So it looks like this is in town, otherwise it wouldn't be so uniform and boxy. And then we got the University Avenue Yards, 7th South Street, 9th South Street, Wagner Brewery, the Stone Crusher, Eagle Rock, the Pioneer, the Kewen instead of Kevin Grove, Transformer, Little Mountain, Killions. Oh, sure, yeah, I certainly can. I guess. And then there's a switch back to Hale, switch back to Hillside, then a switch back up again to Pinecrest, Red Quarry, and just an observation over at White Quarry and Lookout Point. But yeah, that's interesting. Now let's see. Oh, this is electrified with a third rail, isn't it? Otherwise it wouldn't look like this. And apparently this is what it looks like when you try to get in and out. I don't know. I don't know. I have many questions. Okay, so I think I see some catenary wire, so maybe that's how it's powered, I guess. Yep, that was correct. We got trolley poles here. The Uinta Immigration Canyon Railway Company, 1909 BB Electric. Hey, Nicholas21, welcome to the stream. It's a small world. Quite a few people still... quite a few people are still here, and I very much appreciate that. But yeah, here's... Okay, so apparently what I thought were actual third rail cars are actually instead... Oh, there's a derailment there. So this is actually just a passenger car with brake wheels on the inside. As well as this one, because the locomotives are shaped like this, and this, and this. You can see that we got some gondola cars here. And we got center control instead of front or back operations, and I don't know what caused this derailments, but it's not good. Oh boy, big boy got genetic issues. I think there's more than just genetic issues here. Something about this is a complete mistake. Choo-choo broken. A very cool but buggy mess. The big stupid on the ES and DT in Railroader. Something. It kind of cut off. Butts McGee. Oh, and this is from USS Grey Ghost. And this is, yeah, Friends of Fox Demon. Okay. Butts McGee, La Critura. Which, that's a repost and a half if I've ever seen one. Jackless posted the weird creature. Oh. Oh. That is a cursed critter if I've ever seen one. From the Southern Railways, no less. With a loading gauge that does not match up with the gauge it's associated with. This unnumbered switch locomotive was modified at the Spencer... Oh wait, modified at Spencer to move steam locomotives around the site for scrapping. Oh. I was hoping that wouldn't be the case. Shown here, in 1953, it had a small diesel engine for power and a homemade cab that resembled a steam locomotive cab. Unfortunately, it did not perform well and was transferred to Haynes' shop in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Photographed by Robert L. Drake and from the J. Marvin Black's collection. But yeah, that is atrocious. I would not be surprised if this itself got scrapped. In a lesson in irony. And I don't know which locomotive this is. It's not very legible when it comes to the text here on the headlamp. It's a 4-digit number, that's all I can make out. Oh. Fake Class A from Mafia 2. I guess this is how Mafia works. From USS Salem. Not gonna lie, it's a little slick. Empire Bay something. This looks like some sort of a mixture between the Chicago Northwestern and
The Milwaukee Road.
I guess that's what the game is like. I don't know where there's a warning down here. But we see trains from the Mafia games every now and again on this Discord. Dill Pill! Ooh. Ooh. I know everybody's having a good time here, but something about this locomotive just doesn't feel right in terms of its proportions. I think it's a 282, but it's kind of hard to make it out from here. Improvised locomotives on an electrified railway in Utah, 1909. Later remodeled from the smugmug.com. I pronounced it correctly the first time. Posted by Friends the Fox Demon. Placing an old body of a flat car and motorizing the trucks. I don't know how you motorize the trucks. That sounds complicated. But we got a trolley pull locomotive. Same locomotive after a thorough overhaul. New frame and a cab installed on the old running gear. I don't know. But yeah, these are all the images that we got here. Smackamations. I found this abomination on YouTube Shorts. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Oh. I feel like, oh yeah, it's a bunch of images that should have been stitched together, but it's a steam outlined electric locomotive from India, I think. Oh, Thailand. I guess now that you mention it, I can kind of see it. But yeah, that is very cursed. I have tried in the past to try and add one of these as a thumbnail, but it didn't get very far. But McGee at it again. This jigsaw puzzle I saw. Vintage platform. Yeah, something about this looks kind of weird. Like the gap is too wide here. It looks like there's 3 tracks instead of 2, like maybe I should have expected. This locomotive, I think it was supposed to be built with 6 driving wheels, but it's got 4-ish. But yeah, this is kind of mid. I'm not saying it's particularly egregious, but it's pretty basic. Pretty basic if I'd ever seen one. Anyway, Yield Sea Witch from Pinterest. Oh me, I hadn't thought of these being around. And here's some concept art of a JNR, I want to say C62, but it may as well be a C61 or C60. And here's a train that transforms into a giant fighting robot. Because we hadn't had a shortage of those. Yeah, I'm not sure who these images are from on Pinterest. We'd have to go dig a little deeper to ascertain who made these, because literally anybody can share anything on Pinterest. And this is an Eldritch Horror of which I was not expecting, but is not beyond my comprehension. It's cursed. That's all I have to say about it. Ooh, Dragon Train, Dragon Train, Dragon Train. Feel like maybe we've seen something like this before, but I don't remember it looking so impressive and intimidating. We got some concepts of it with just one head, with 2 heads, and here it is in the other direction. Very, very rough sketches. I want to say it's kind of like a dinosaur of sorts. A mixture between a dinosaur robot and a crocodile type locomotive. So maybe this was supposed to be a crocodile like creature from the Jurassic, Triassic, Cretaceous period. Oh, and this is a classic repost. Steam locomotive dragon. I'm not sure what locomotive this is. I can definitely remember this one. That's for sure. This might be an Australian logo. Oh, yeah, I'm not surprised. By police, you mean like a RoboCop or like a cop car that transforms into a fighting robot? Or something else that I'm not thinking of. Let's see. Friends at it again. Fully electric locomotives with motorized trucks, built by the Niles Car and Manufacturing Company. These early interurban logos look like normal all-steel passenger cars that have had their trucks motorized. Yeah, these are like your classic interurbans that you'd find across America, along with the streetcar stuff that you'd see across just about every town in every place you could possibly think of. Ooh, it's got a nice little observation car. To provide suitable class on its crack, Utah County Limited and Zion Limited, Salt Lake and Utah acquired a pair of roomy observation cars from the Niles Car Company in 1916. Local farmers liked to enrich the family homestead by tossing the chairs off the observation platform as the electric cars sped by their farms. To solve what was probably a unique problem among interurban lines, the SLNU was finally forced to remove all of the seats from the platforms. This happy group rode south from Salt Lake City on the Utah County Limited in 1916 from the Fred Fellow Collection. So I'm assuming people would just steal the chairs and put it in front of their house. You got some extra cars here. Ooh. Fast freight. In addition to carload freight business, the railway offered a Red Arrow fast freight service from express and small freight shipments. Free pickup and delivery are also provided. Unfortunately, though, this type of business, which constituted the majority of interurban freight traffic, proved just as vulnerable to highway competition as passenger traffic had. Walk through the Mormon Temple prominent in the background, a 3-car Bamberger train headed north out of Salt Lake City for Ogden in 1950. Also just north of Salt Lake. There are quite a lot of these images here. I'm quite impressed. Very good due diligence there, Franz the Fox Demon. Very pog, very cool. Oh, and there's some more images here, including one that's actually very familiar to us. Let's see, USS Salem at it again. Found this cursed thing on a Facebook marketplace. Oh, me, that is a big fat yikes. This looks like some sort of a conversion of a miniature of some sort. Like it was homemade from some other toy that was based on another toy. Because I remember in the post-war there were these little carts you could ride, and one of them was shaped like a train, kind of like this, But this one was repainted. This is scaled down to be a play toy that you can carry around and play on your desk instead of something you ride on like the original. And then it was repainted like this, added some extra wheels, added an extra car, which for some reason has a weird dent in it. I'm not sure if that's just the image being distorted or something else. I don't know. It is a mess. Now, what's the issue with this? Po Peter? Or is it Poppeter? I don't know. Let's go check it out here. Just gonna scoot this down. Oh, the train horns from the Prague main railway station. This is a creepy version of Canon in D. Oh boy. Oh, Prague, as in the Czech Republic. But yeah, I think we could be here all day, to be honest. But yeah, you get the idea. But yes, I can see why this is cursed. Anyway, the JJBA 2020 at it again, asking, bro, what happened to the big one? I don't know, I think some of the assets got stripped off. If anything. Jackalus at it again, what do you got? In the mid-70s, in the mid-1970s, the Auto Train was the official sponsor of the Walt Disney World Railroad in Orlando, Florida. They gave their U-36B 4009 a face using the marker lights as eyes. They also gave it a bow tie and on its plow. The sponsorship was very obscure, and only 4 images exist that I could find. And for anyone wondering, the fate of this lovable little guy was scrapped in 1984 and 1985, like the rest of the Auto Train's locomotive roster, waiting for a buyer that never came. It was gutted in the CNW storage yards until it was a mere shell and was cut up. Oh, right, those Auto Trains from back in the day, before it got incorporated into Amtrak. Oh, hey Joe Franco, welcome to the stream. Oh, I see. So yeah, Herger. But yeah, that is a cursed face if I've ever seen one. Walt Disney World Railroad Auto Train. Which, you know, a little confusing, but to each their own, I guess. But yes, welcome, Jacket Jail Fries. Welcome back. You know, this is a very weird, I want to say Malay locomotive, because it is a side tank engine with a bunker in the back. It is a 0880, and it's got all the European details I'd come to expect from locomotives of its era. But yeah, usually when I think of the Auto Train, I think of DC to Pennsylvania. I don't think DC to Florida. I don't know what's wrong with my throat. That's okay, I know you have things to do, places to see. Mr. D's from D's Nuts, got him, says the following. I don't know if this counts, but yes, it does. Delaware and Hudson. Capacity of, I want to say 100,000 pounds. And it's been pushed over. I'm assuming this is supposed to be a barge. Oh, not this again. This looks like one of those weird Twizy cars, but it's not a Twizy car. It's just cursed. Just absolutely cursed. I don't know if it counts as a hatchback. Definitely is a sedan. Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh, looks like that's the end of the line. I should probably post something. And luckily, I do have something just kind of floating around. I'm hoping nobody posted this already. Taught as in train of thought. So yeah, I'm just gonna post this here. Yes, we certainly can, because we have hit the end of the line. Just gonna give it a sec to load. There we go. Fully loaded. Now then. Jacket jail fries. What do you got? From videos. Oh yeah, so we saw this last week. Is there anything new in the shorts? I think we already saw this one. Playlists, community. Oh, yes. Oh, community. Okay. If it'll load for me, please. Cartman. Like Eric Cartman. That's good. That's good. And it's just the soda train, or as I like to say, soda! Train. But yeah, this is good. This is good. The smug smile. The low resolution. Yes, I'll check the comments. I will satiate your obsessive compulsive desires. So yeah, Walmart bag spelled with a 4 says is amazing. You said that we've got a soda cab, guys, and Jess Keith says he's on steroids. Well, I can't deny that he is an absolute unit. Coming soon to Roblox is Brad, the 3-wheel Roblox game. Which I think we actually saw this last week. And it's just a giant slope into the void. Oh yeah, I'm more than aware. We got to see it last week. I hope you don't mind that. Oh yeah.
No, it's fine, I'm good. It's awful. I mean, don't get me wrong, you're a very good artist, like, you've got good lines and, like, generally speaking, that's a very good drawing. But the concept itself is abysmal. I hate it. I hate this idea so much. I don't think I can put into words how bad this idea is. If you locked me in a room and told me that I wouldn't be allowed out until I agreed that this was a good idea, I'd starve to death. I'd be dead.
He's got the famous
abysmal idea.
Pose. I forget what it's called. Oh, right. The Peter Griffin pose. The Peter Griffin death pose. Mwah. Perfection. But yeah, it just keeps going on and on. We saw this last week. And it kind of goes like this.
How? I'm sorry, I don't think we've really taken a moment to appreciate what's going on with the headlamp. What is this? It's not even a proper headlamp. It's just a lantern hanging off the front. I didn't realise that in order to light the way, the driver and fireman of this engine were provided with a lantern from a tavern. Brush your teeth. Do something other than watch this stream. Give someone who you care about a hug and tell them you love them.
That is true. Go find someone you care about and hug them. Was there any other suggestions? I'm trying to remember. It was somewhere in the chat. trying to remember where it was. Maybe I already did the suggestion. I don't know. Any other questions, comments, suggestions? I do know that we could probably take a look at Benny Boy's Discord to find the cursed trains there to see if there's any I missed. So this is where we left off, I think. This is Photoshop, I think, but it's weird. Also Photoshop. I think we saw this one. Or at least I thought we did. And now we just have box. Just box. Well, I think people don't send as many to Train of Thought's Discord because, you know, the cooldown timer is 6 hours. And nobody wants to have to wait 6 hours to post again. Like, you post something, and then you remember after you posted that you forgot one image, and now you have to wait 6 hours. I don't think so. I don't know. I wasn't keeping track. Anyway, fictional character 1003, what is this? That's one way to fix it, she says. And I have no idea what I'm looking at. But I'm pretty sure they just are holding... Oh, it's a suspension thingamajig held back together with duct tape. So, you know how there's the bogies, aka trucks, on the underside of a locomotive, and how they have pneumatic suspension? Not just from pneumatic pistons made from steel, but also they have rubberized ones that basically function as air cushions and improve stability and comfort. You'll see them a lot on passenger trains, no less. But to make a long story short, this must have ruptured and they just put it back together with duct tape. And I don't know if that's a very effective way of going about it. Oh, yeah. Sure thing. But yeah, we got a cursed train with a funny funnel, so I guess I'll spin the wheel again. Well, that's a downgrade. So we're just gonna hide this. I'm just gonna bounce back into the void while I go swap out to my other model. Okay. Just gonna reset my position. And... okay, I'm back. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all we got here today. This is definitely cursed. I don't think I've seen this one before. But... oh, hey there. Welcome to the stream. We were just about to wrap up. Did you have any questions or comments or suggestions that you wanted to offer before I wrap things up? Because we have blasted through all the latest submissions. Okay. Just wanted to make sure everybody was okay with that. Oh, okay. I guess we'll use that time to chat then. So, previously I was trying to mention earlier... yeah, I'll take my time. What I was trying to say is I was busy rearranging the furniture in my room, and I have really heavy furniture, really big, onerous furniture made out of hardwood, which, in hindsight, was not one of our better ideas. And we thought that this huge computer desk I'm using was a great idea at the time, but apparently it was not. And And now I have no choice but to move my furniture around even more after basically turning my room upside down. I hadn't even finished moving into it, and already I've had to take my captain's bed, which is heavy as, and then rotate it 90 degrees so that it's not perpendicular to the window, the main window, but parallel to it. Let's see, Silva engine. I feel like that's gonna get claims, not gonna lie. Oh, okay. Let me just, this is not the Silva I was thinking of. Was this it? Oh, sound chip. So maybe I might be able to get away with it. But yeah, let's bounce over to Benny Boy's Discord. Cursed Via engines. Oh yeah, I think this looks familiar. This, however, does not. And this looks familiar, but this does not. Oh my. Oh my. And of course, we couldn't go without a Photoshop of the the F40P, am I right? F40PH. And of course, we got the Alco PAs. I think that's what it is. A unit, B unit right there. And yeah, I think that's it. Oh, yeah. This is the Via Rail livery, apparently. Not the one I was expecting, but... Oh, they have the livery for the sake of and giggles, you know. Because it's nothing weirder and more cursed than having a livery that doesn't belong on a locomotive. That's not to say it doesn't look interesting, but you get the idea. Yeah, it's a Photoshop, but it's a good Photoshop. I think this is from somebody on Instagram whose name I don't recall. If my previous VODs are any indication. That and what's left of my memory. But yeah, that is that. Yeah, that's probably enough. I'm gonna go see if there's anybody who... Oh, it's like 5:47 p.m. in my time zone. It's probably like 8:57 in someone else's time zone, like on the East Coast and like Tampa area, New York City, basically along the eastern seaboard. Oh, there's more already. Okay. Let me go bounce back over there. Cursed 8102 Heritage Unit. Yeah, that definitely does look weird. It definitely looks weird. Oh, and apparently I didn't see this one, but apparently there's a grain hopper car with a Via Rail livery, which that is definitely cursed. I don't remember seeing that earlier, but you get the idea. Anything else? Any other suggestions, comments, questions? Oh, why is there more? Oh, because they felt like it. It's perfectly fine. There's always next week. So let me just, let me bounce back over here. Oh, when is the tier list? I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to go configure my Stream Labs to, work with PowerPoint, and I have not set that up yet. That would take a bit. And if we were going to do that, we would find ourselves in a situation where it'd be on a Friday, we wouldn't finish it all the way, and it would mean we'd have to skip Cursed Trains for a week or more. Oh, don't rush yourself. I know that everybody's busy, but other than that, I think we can just wrap it up here. Just gonna go bounce back to here. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this stream. I thank you all for watching. Don't forget that these streams are only made possible through the engagement and contributions of folks like you, and I thank you for that. So if you haven't already, go check out Train of Thought's channel, his Discord, his Twitter at TrainFactsGuy and Train of Thought. Those links will be in the description below. Okay, and yeah, if you're able to, you can become a channel member for 99 cents a month, or a patron for a little bit more. You can also donate directly through the super chats or the stream elements link in the description below. These and other things.
The Milwaukee Road.
And more. I will see you soon. And I'm going to see if there's anybody I can redirect everyone to in the customization feature. Redirect. Let's see. Ricky Berwick is the only person who's live, and someone else who's upcoming, but that's a story for another day. Oh well. I want to thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next one, and until then, take care, stay awesome, stay true to yourself, and remember to never give up. Bye, everybody.